There's no real reason to intro this weeb shit, but today we're making char o kaki age. I have no idea what that means, but it is what it is. You're going to want to catch your salmon first, and already filleted salmon is the best in this case, because this time of year filleted salmon is just coming to its peak. I've heard great things of the snow fillet from Alaska, but you can buy yours from the grocery store. It's not as good, but you get what you get. After establishing dominance over the fillet, you're going to want to dismember it and peel its skin off like the savage you are. This is pretty tricky as the fillet actually has over 1 million nerve endings per square inch between the skin and the flesh. So when you want to cut into it, it might flop around on you. But if you use a sharp knife, the helpless slab of meat won't even feel a thing. Cut away from yourself so you don't end up skinning yourself, and just don't stop slicing when you're in there. I've seen so many betas stop to slice 1 million times over, change the position of the knife, move so damn slow, then ultimately cut straight through the skin anyway. Be an alpha. Get your knife in there, blindfold yourself, and just sweep. Sweep like you're that idiot that thinks using his hand to wipe crumbs off the table is cleaning. Now that the skin is off, go to the backyard and plant it. It may take a year, but you'll actually have a good production of Alaskan snow fillets in no time. Back to the cutting board. For the portioning, just eyeball it. Just cut her in half, cut her in half, and cut her in half. So now that you're basically done, it's safe to say that you actually just killed something. So say sorry to the vegans, say a prayer to the Alaskan snow fillets, and get on with your day. Now, up next is the aioli, the male. And this step is a lot harder than murdering a simple salmon skin. So first is the egg. For me, I prefer freshly laid, helpless, and guarded by the wrong species. If you're not dealing with a crazy bloodlust-driven chicken or hen, you're good to go, because you can either play a game or just bargain for the egg. After you've procured your egg, just go ahead and grab your lime and mint out of the fridge, and we can start making the aioli. As carefully as possible, crack open the egg and separate the yolk from the white, keeping the shell perfectly intact, and save that for later. Now chop up your mint. Zest and juice the lime, and put it all into the bowl with the yolk. I forgot about the vinegar, so I'll just go make some right now. Measure out the vinegar and add to the bowl. Whisk that mess up. Now for the oil. Using the perfectly cracked open egg, seal it back together with glue or tape, and go back to the elephants that guarded the egg, and start up a conversation about the weather. When you get to the part where they talk about their trip to Italy, ask them to show you the olive oil they brought back. Trick them into trading the olive oil for your broken egg, and run away as fast as possible. Now that you have the olive oil, begin whisking like a demon. Slowly drizzle in the oil, being sure not to go too fast, as splitting an aioli will cause an earthquake in space and a short Filipino lady will get really mad at you. Cool. Now you're cool. You have aioli. For the vegetables, they either come too late or not at all, so order them on Amazon like a year in advance. Being sure to shop under the specifically cut, peeled, and washed section. Just keep them in the fridge until you need them. For the breading, you can use anything you want. I'm just kidding. This is an instructional video, and you clicked on it just to see this exact recipe. And if you don't use this snack I bought a year ago but never used because I'm a weeb, you're not living. Transfer it to a different bag so it doesn't go absolutely everywhere, and beat that thing like you beat your girlfriend in Mario Kart. Once it's a powder, transfer it to a plate and let's get to breading. Dip a salmon there, roll a salmon here, and just place it on the plate. Repeat until the whole house is destroyed. It's time to cook now. Get everything ready so you're not running around and potentially hurting yourself, and fry your calm, cool, and collected vegetables first. The better at holding the breath, and when I mean holding the breath, I mean flavor. And when I mean flavor, I mean flavor. And when I mean flavor, I mean dip. When everything's golden brown, take it out and place on paper towel, and immediately season it with salt. Next, fry the salmon. Say a nice prayer, kiss it, and gently place it in. If you ever walked into a hot tub before, you know it's not easy being boiled. So hold half of the portion out and half of it in, so the salmon has time to adjust to the temperature. When he tells you he's good to go, let him swim free. They'll come back to you if they really care. I promise. 3 or 5 minutes and you're done. This is by far the biggest waste of time I've ever fully committed to, and I'd like my 7 hours back, and now that I've been talking in this voice for like 4 hours, I don't really think I'm going to be able to stop.